stay here with you. You are a angel, so I am a lucky man. I am a lucky man. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky man. 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 I am a lucky man.
Especially welcome to the show for everyone. This is Extra Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi, and it's King James YiYE. It happens here, and of course it's every morning here, Monday to Friday. Extra Speed brings a little talk, extra talk of your life, and we look at the family, which is the nucleus of the society. So we begin here, and when we get things right here, the society would be a wonderful place to live in. I am King James YiYE on Extra Speed. This morning with me,
Mmemshima King
and Mehitabel Favor Amamye.
maybe she looks like you've got a bug.
cuts you off you, right?
No, I don't know anything about it. Perhaps you blame it on the big man
Okay.
or whatever. Blame the country. All right, so on Extra Speed, in 1976, Jimmy Cliff released an album, and the album is Follow My Mind. And then there is a song titled If I Follow My Mind on the 1976 album. So this morning we are looking at If I Follow My Parents.
All right.
Yeah, if I follow my parents, not my mind now. We're talking about making up a family which begins with marriage. Yeah, so if I follow my parents, and we've asked people to tell us, if you are a man, would you marry a woman like your mother? If you are a girl, would you marry a man like your father? So they've given reasons. So if your parents are your role models and you followed them, what would your marriage be? That's the question. If you are married already, tell us if you took after your dad or if you took after your mom. 08084275464. That's 08084275464. That's the number to call if you want to be part of Extra Speed. We are also streaming live on YouTube. Do people know what YouTube is?
I think they should.
They should. Everybody should know YouTube, one of the social media platforms for streaming videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been there since 2005. Yeah. Yeah, should be 2005 or thereabout. Okay, so follow us on YouTube. If it is something that you think is so much you don't know about YouTube, but you know about Facebook, which we believe everybody does, then just go to Facebook. If you follow us, you're going to get notification that we are live. Do they only send notifications for streaming or for posts as well?
For whichever.
Because somebody was complaining, Regina Biam was complaining that she doesn't see notifications again, so she wanted to check if it was a setting on her phone. So I don't know, but of course we are doing our best. If you come to Facebook, just tell, if you are listening on radio, perhaps no need, but if you want to see our beautiful faces, then you want to be listening and watching as well. That's what we call visual radio. So it's 08084275464 if you want to call and contribute. If you follow your parents for your choice of marriage, would you have married a woman like your mother? If you are a woman, would you want to marry someone like your father? Yeah, so that's the question. Straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So Mehitable, would you want to marry a man like your father?
No, thank you. No, thank
Why
you.
not?
I love my dad. I appreciate him. But I don't know. He's I'm trying to be as would I say, as respectful as I can without seeming, somehow, because this is live radio.
Yeah.
And I don't want people to now have the wrong idea about my father. But I would not.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Memshi, should we allow her to just
Let's allow her to.
to just leave it at that? Well, sometimes let me help her
Okay.
because her dad watches YouTube.
Yeah.
So if he's watching, let him not feel.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nothing much. It's nothing much, but like you, Memshi, let me expose you.
Ew.
Yeah, let me expose you. So, like you, when I just send you small, pick this and give me, maybe she calm down. When I just send you to pick something and give me, it's more like, okay, your dad was sending you guys too much, do this. So you feel like, okay, if I marry, at least,
The
come
one
on.
that would pamper me more.
Yeah.
So if you can, I'm sure you can confidently also say that you don't want to.
Thank God you know. But let's not go for that and that. No.
Okay. So call us now and tell us 08084275464. If you are single, would you want to marry someone like your dad or your mom, depending on your sex? If you call us, you tell us 08084275464. Even if you're married, let's hear you. It's your husband after you. Something, just say something. I don't know how you're going to say that. So, but as always and as usual, Alamashagodobi team is out to ask people this question. Let's listen.
Right.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
I don't want to marry a man like my dad because of his behavior sometimes. Like, if he has money now, he will be misbehaving. So I don't like that kind of attitude.
It's just clear, straight to the point. Yeah.
Wow.
If he has money, he would misbehave. So she definitely doesn't want to marry a man like her dad because of that aspect. But I don't really think her dad would be that bad. But just because
Maybe
of that.
you don't know this man.
Okay, okay, let me know.
You don't know this man.
That's true.
I've always told
That's
you,
true.
you wanted to study law.
I would have
You would have
the
been
worst, right?
You would have been a human rights lawyer, just doing pro bono services, defending people, especially women.
Okay.
You like to defend them. So don't defend this man.
Okay, I wouldn't.
Let's analyze this girl. Straightforward. Do you want to listen again?
Why not?
I don't want to marry a man like my dad because of his behavior sometimes. Like, if he has money now, he will be misbehaving. So I don't like that kind of attitude.
Okay. So how do men misbehave when they have money?
Yeah, that's a question that popped into my mind.
Okay, should I say something?
Okay, if you want to.
Some men, okay, you guys, I think you should be saying it.
Yeah.
Some men, let's say salary or a contract or anything,
Yeah.
if they receive money, they're just looking for one small thing that will ignite their anger.
Yeah.
And once the woman talks, you're shouting at me.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
married you. I own this
Exactly,
house.
exactly.
The next thing, they pick their car key.
Because there's money in the pocket, you know.
If they don't have a car, they hop on a bike.
Exactly.
And as they live in that house, you are not going to.
see them in the next 2 weeks or one,
As soon
depending
as-
on how the money can carry them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
So
it is
that's
some
it.
serious money, as soon as they leave the
Yeah.
house, they pick your phone. Favor.
Why my name? No.
Where are you? What are you doing? Meet me at.
So.
Yeah, that's just it.
Meet me at King
Yeah.
James's fresh fish joint. And they pamper that girl.
Exactly.
Give her fish, all of that. So God bless you, the woman that shouted
At the man.
at the man.
Yeah.
You're not
But
gonna
even
say-
at times, if you don't, automatically some men, their behavior just change like
Yes,
that because there's
yes.
money in the pocket and they feel the woman at home is not worth spending the money on. You need to go and carry some other.
It's not
girls,
as if
you
they are
know.
not worth, but I mean, they have been spending money on the woman. They've married the woman.
Not really.
they are spending money on the household, running the household. One thing I can say is that when my dad has money, he's happy. It's very easy to talk to him, you know.
Yeah.
But if he's not that available, everybody has to be like, be very mindful of yourself, and sometimes it's scary, but you know,
so this girl is straight to the point, but she says sometimes.
Yeah.
So the man sometimes could be a good man. It looks like it's only when that money
comes in.
So are they going to pray that money should not come to him?
Obviously, I think.
No, they can't do that. It's not as if he will. The girl is in school. Who's paying her school fees?
She would likely pray for herself to have money so that she can be the one in control of how he behaves.
She can remain at home controlling her dad. You know, so that aspect is what she thinks she wouldn't want a man like her father. Okay, if I follow my parents, who would I marry? That's the question. If you're married already, you can tell us. 08084275464. That's 08084275464. I'm going to try the line to see if it is going through. Yeah, if it is, just try to call and tell us. And we go back to Alamashagodebi and listen to more people.
Right. This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
I would want to marry a woman like my mother because getting a woman to stand in the vacuum of my mother is, in the sense that, this is what I mean. My mother is a friend. My mother is caring. My mother takes responsibility. So my wife should be like my mother. Why? Because my mother is an example of a marital spouse I will ever look for. As a child, I keep saying, yes, I love my mother. She's caring. She takes care of us. So beyond that, she takes responsibilities even when my father cannot spearhead it single-handedly. She takes care of such responsibilities. So my mother is my wife. Not that I am going to get married to my wife as a mother, not only that, but then she will stand in the gap even for my siblings as a mother. She's standing in the gap for my children as a mother who she is. So I think I will marry a woman like my mother. If I can't find a woman like my mother, I don't think I will get married.
Wow.
That's serious.
That's a very high standard.
Very, very high.
Wow.
So do you guys think this guy is going to remain single?
I don't think he will, if you ask me. At a point, he will. You know, love overcomes everything. By the time you get a girl that you truly love, I think you wouldn't be looking at those qualities like that.
So what is he saying here? What did he point out?
His mom is a friend. She's caring. She takes responsibilities again. And she stands in the gap when the father is not financially buoyant, you know. Those were the things that he was talking about.
So how would she know that a woman she has not married yet, assuming that a wife is just about to leave school, and you want to marry them? How would you know they would have money and take care of the family when you don't have?
Or be a friend?
It could be
for being a friend. Maybe
you
can have an idea.
I think it's not that difficult, because even at that level, you know, you may not be, as a lady in school, you may not be making that much money, but you know, if you really love somebody and you have the opportunity to maybe sacrifice a little portion of whatever it is you have to help, even if it's just to ensure that maybe they have food to eat so that they can think about other things, you would do it. So that one may not be too difficult.
How do you know if it is natural? Because because some girls, it looks like if once they just call a single guy that is dating them, have you eaten?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
So girls still are asking, have you eaten?
Have you
What did you
eaten?
eat? So it
Yeah.
has become a script.
Yeah.
You know that they're
Has
just
become a
that they're just
script.
reading out, and then the guy goes like, "Oh, she's so caring."
Exactly.
Each time she calls me, she asks me if I've eaten.
If I've
That's the first thing.
eaten.
So
That's
yeah, you
true.
could just maybe be carrying your little school fees or something, and just buying some cheap boxers for the guy.
Yeah,
And
that's
then he
true.
thinks you're
You're
caring.
caring.
But when she enters the house
Yeah,
with the
that's
story
it.
changes. So how would you know at that point? Anyway,
Serious.
yeah. If I follow my parents, that's what we're looking at on extra speed. And we ask, if you are married, you can call us well and tell us if you also dreamt of marrying someone like your mother and or father, and it didn't turn out that way. Perhaps you waited for so many years and it didn't turn out that way. And then you are advising perhaps that, hey guy, don't sit waiting for a woman like your mother, because you are not going to see. You know, so sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Or the same thing, a young lady, you are seeing your father. What you can remember most cases is at this age that you're mature already. And, you know, if they've changed, maybe they were bad people earlier, they have now changed. They were good people, they have now changed. So it depends on what you are reading now about your parents. But of course, you are entitled to your opinion and your thinking. People who are experienced can only guide and say, look, we've passed through this stage, and sometimes it is not what you think.
That's true.
Right, so call now 08084275464. That's 08084275464. If you would prefer to sit and listen, good enough. Back to Mmemshima Team, we're asking if they would marry someone like their mother or father.
I would want to marry a woman like my mother, because getting a woman to stand in the vacuum of my mother.
That's the one we listened to.
Yeah.
All right, so no need of, getting to listen to him again. We have a caller.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
What do we have on the line?
Yeah, this is Gabriel Ombogu.
Okay, go on, Gabriel.
Yeah. King James, good morning.
Good morning, Gabriel.
Morning.
Morning.
Really, even though like me, I didn't grow up much with my mom, but when I was growing up, I always prayed to God. There is a particular woman, when I was schooling in Abuja, there is a particular woman, I think she possessed the character of a woman. Anytime if I enter her house, I always tell her, may God give me a woman like her. I continue praying till I graduate from my school. Then, so luckily, as God will have it, God even give me the one that is more precious, possess the character than that woman again.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely, even though my mom, she's not bad, but I didn't grow up with her much like that to know much about my mom.
Yeah.
But that's the woman I've been praying for when I was in school, and God gave me.
Right.
That's the kind of woman I like. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So people actually look forward to, a woman of their dream being like Gabriel was looking. That woman was a mother figure, if you ask me. And he was lucky enough to get someone.
Yeah, double.
Exactly. So he got it. Okay, so I know of my uncle's friend.
Okay.
So my uncle's wife was diligent. Diligent. Okay, let me try to name her qualities.
Okay.
Super clean.
Okay.
Anytime she came back on the veranda, she would remove her shoes and look for sand. It's already clean. It's swept clean, but she's looking for sand. If she finds one, the quarrel will start from there. I hope she's not listening. Then the bed, the way you make the bed. Then in the kitchen, when you open the tap, the sink, and you wash your hands, or you wash plates, the water that splashes, you have to clean it dry. And I was the only person doing this was in Abuja in Life Camp. I was the only person doing this that I made sure that I cleaned everything dried. Now, she had a table in the kitchen. You have gallons of palm oil and other ingredients there, like onions. We'll blend some, freeze them like that, pepper. Then the other ones are there. So if you now carry that oil and you pour it to make soup, so what flows on the body and deposits on the table, you dare not. So she was that super clean.
Yeah.
So the other guy kept dreaming that he must marry a woman like that. So most of the girlfriends were coming. They will make the bed, and you will just see creases on the bed sheet, and that disqualified you
from him marrying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you don't remove your slippers outside the door and you take it inside, it disqualifies you. So it took him time. He finally got a wife.
That what's like?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not close again.
Yeah. Okay.
All of us are adults now, and we've gone our separate ways. I don't know, but I am thinking that the standard he maintained, giving the model from my uncle's wife, that's my aunt. I think it was, sometimes not attainable, but at times it works. Yeah. So keep dreaming. If I follow my parents, that's what we're looking at, right? And we're trying to find out if you would marry someone like your parent. So if you are a girl waiting to marry a man like your father, I think most girls are going to say no.
Yes, I was about to say that. Most girls are going to say no.
Why?
Most guys are probably going to say yes
to their mom.
Because the moms are the ones that are usually around. And the dads, Nigerian fathers, they have a reputation of not being gentle, not being present, not being affectionate. So sometimes it's even strange to find an affectionate father who plays with his children and spends time with them. It's like, wow, you're living the dream. So
that's true.
Most girls will say no.
Well, for me, I'm always there. Maybe you want,
I think even for boys, like what I've experienced, like not with my family, but like for boys, you see them, they don't want to grow up to be like their father. I do hear that a lot. So I think the men should sit up a little bit.
A lot bit.
Okay, men, call and defend yourself. Okay, so we're asking girls, boys and girls, if they would marry someone like their parents. So let's hear from this one. This is a girl. So the question should be, would you want to marry
Like
tell us why you would want to marry someone like your father.
Well, I don't know my father to that extent because he died before I was born. But I would like to marry a man like my uncle, who I grew up with as my guardian, as my father, because he was a good man. He was a husband, he was a father, he was a friend, he was a brother, he was everything in all. He was a provider. He was this kind of person. He had 2 wives. The first wife was very troublesome. But then he was able to maintain peace in the family because of the kind of patience he had, because of the kind of person he was. So basically, yes, I would like to marry that kind of a man because my uncle was like a provider, somebody that can just go out and buy things and come back. You don't need to go and tell him we don't have this in the house before he will do that. And then he carried everybody along. He was this kind of a person that he will meet a seller, and then the way he relates with the person, you'll be thinking, it's like this person knows this person before. So that is the kind of man I would like to marry. If I can't find a man like my uncle, I think even if the man is better than him, or the man is the average of him, I would still marry.
She's so truthful. Even if she gets a man like him or someone that is average, she will still go ahead. So she's so truthful. She's not just saying that I would not. She's truthful. And there was something that she said that really got my attention. She said her uncle was a husband. As in, I feel so many men, they don't actually know
how to be a husband.
Exactly. Don't know how to be a husband. They just assume I'm a man, just like impregnate a woman. You're supposed to do this. As in that role of being a husband.
They don't know.
Most men, they don't know it. They just feel the burden has to be on the woman and not them.
Yeah.
As in, I just go and bring you the woman into my house. Therefore, you have to do
take care of
everything
Yeah.
while they don't play their role as a husband.
Yeah.
And the ability for our uncle to be able to coordinate his house, in as much as he had a wife that was troublesome, but he coordinated the home. I think that's a big one.
Yeah.
Okay, so having seen all the good things about the uncle, if you ask her, because you said the man had more than one wife, and one was troublesome, yet the man's patience, put that woman in check.
Yeah.
So is she also going to think of, okay, if I find somebody like my uncle who has more than one wife, let me just marry, because even if the other woman is troublesome, this man, like my uncle, would put that woman in check?
I will let me not defend anything, but she said even if she doesn't get someone like her uncle or someone that is average. She would still, So I think she will, because the ability for her uncle to control his home, once that man can give me peace, that's a major thing. There's this lady that she said something when she got married that I hadn't look at that thing. When she got married to her husband, she said her husband, the only thing he gives her is peace. You understand? And I was like, wow, nobody has actually looked at that part of marriage. They just feel he buys gifts, he does that. But that peace in marriage, it's very important.
Yeah.
And she emphasized more on that peace in marriage. It's really important. So,
all right, extra speed. If I follow my parents, not my mind. Yeah, that's your mind here. All right, so for the choice of marriage, we're asking women, young girls, if they would want to marry someone like their dad. And we've asked the guys, the boys, if they would marry someone like their mothers. Do you think any boy will come and say, no, my mom is not a good woman, I'm not going to?
So we'll wait.
We will have to see.
Okay, so back to Alamasha Godebi team.
All right.
Okay, I won't want to marry a man like my dad because he was a loving father, always provide for us. We went to one of the best schools when he was still alive, but he's no more now. But I'll definitely want to marry a man like my dad because he's just the best. He was the best. If I can't get a man...
Notifications.
This thing on Facebook, what is happening?
Okay. Okay, I think what...
This morning I have to struggle and go to YouTube before I can get to people.
So Facebook has been having issues with our stream software. So we've decided to go to YouTube. So it looks like YouTube is not notifying you people for ordinary posts. What?
Maybe if they subscribe
to YouTube.
Yes,
No, YouTube.
I get notification from YouTube.
Me too.
They were relying on Facebook.
Okay.
So what you can do is subscribe to YouTube.
Then you get notification.
I did. I just logged in and subscribed, and also share your page on my Facebook page as well, asking my followers to follow you and subscribe your YouTube channel as well.
All right, so that way, I think as soon as we start stream, they will notify you because Facebook has been, messing up with our life. Okay, so would you marry a woman like your mom?
I hope you know who is speaking already.
Okay, tell us your name.
Okay, this is Wedipa Bernard calling from Lagos.
Right, Wedipa Bernard, yeah. Okay, so you are not married, are you?
I'm not married yet.
Would you marry a woman like your mom?
Let me. I'm not certain anyway because I did not grow up with my mother to the stage of knowing her true love, so I cannot be able to tell whether if I should marry someone like my mom, because I lost my mom at the age of 13, 14 years about.
Right.
But though she gave me a motherly love during that time, so I think if I marry someone like my mom, in terms of love and loyalty, that will be better.
So, but have you seen a woman like a mother figure that you always wish that the wife you're going to marry should be like them?
This question is very heavy, King James.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm saying, nowadays, most of the times the first love is what triggers us a lot. Like they say love the shark. One or 2 weeks of the relationship, you feel as if you are in another world, but as time goes on, the lady or the man, they start seeing some things in them that at some point the relationship will now, get scattered and not to move on again. So, it's actually a thing of it's a personal thing.
Okay. All right. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome.
All right. I think if I understand him, it's more like it can change.
It can change, exactly.
Along the way.
That's the thing. Our mothers, they actually sacrificed very well. They gave, I think they knew the role of being a mother.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I don't think any girl is willing to go into a marriage and be that mother figure like that. That sacrifice,
So, big man. And on to currency.
Yeah.
They are just 4 and 7.
Yeah.
But if they grow up, would you ever advise them that they should marry someone like you?
I can't say
what
they want in a woman.
Calm down. It's not about what they want.
Okay.
Do you believe you are a good wife enough to say that, hey guys, wait and marry a woman like me?
Yes, I can say that.
So why we?
I'm not even.
I can say that.
I can say that too. Yes.
Okay, they should wait and look for a woman like you.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If they want to,
Calm down. You advising them.
Yes,
now.
but I do tell them like all the things that I'm doing for you guys. Now you go and get married to one girl that
And
so
expect the same
but
thing.
then I wish they can get married to a woman that it's like.
Anyway, if they want real counseling, they should come and ask me.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
No, no.
We have proof. Yeah, I'm a witness.
They should come and ask me, father to son. And I'll
Okay,
tell
no
them.
problem.
Extra speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. And we asking people. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
This is Captain Edward.
Okay, Captain Edward, don't use your phone on the speaker. Just put to your ear.
Right outside.
Yeah, but don't use it on speaker. Don't use speaker phone. Just put to your ear. You hear us, we'll hear you.
Okay.
All right. So you are married already, but you heard what we're talking about.
Yeah, those ladies, particularly the one I said that she is a good woman. She's telling lies. This generation, present generation now, no woman is good. No one.
No man is good.
They will pretend when you want to marry them, they will pretend as if they are good. But when they come to your house, oh my God, that is the time they will show you their color.
But you didn't marry this generation. How do you know?
I'm a human being and I live within them. Yes, I see what they are doing. I even help some guys to marry. They will say, yes, when I come, I will be a good woman, I will be a good mother. And when they come, oh my God, what they never what they expect to get as a big get, and you can see, you can see most of these lady girls running about, most of them are married and they are divorced. Because of one thing or another. Sometimes you see a very small little something. They will say, I was thinking that when I come to your house, I will be like this, I will see this, I will see that, and I won't take that shit. They'll just go away.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Captain.
The studio there and the studio that, she's good. It's right.
Thank you. Okay.
my God.
So Captain Edward is a 76-year-old
Yes.
retired soldier.
Yes.
So it doesn't seem like he likes anything nowadays.
About this
He says
generation,
no woman is good.
woman is good at all.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, King James.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Theophilus.
Good morning, Mmemshima and Mahitabel.
Good morning. Good morning.
Right. So, you're married already.
I am.
Yeah, but would you want to marry someone like your mother? I don't know. What should we ask him?
Does he want? Would he? Okay, he's already okay.
He's married with children, so okay.
Does his wife
go on.
possess the
Go
character
ahead.
of his mother?
Just go ahead and say
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Okay. My wife, I don't have any problems with her. In fact, I'll marry her again.
Oh wow.
So I wouldn't say she's like my mother. I think she's better.
I hope your mom is not listening, though.
No, she's late.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And she left us when we were still small. I think I was less than 10 when she left my father. So she tried her best. I mean, she would still bring food to the house sometimes. From time to time, she would come and give us food and clothes. And then sometimes we would go on holiday to be with her. Our father allowed that. So I grew up with my father, basically. And he was everything put together.
Yeah.
If we had not eaten, he would not eat outside.
Wow.
If there was no food in the house, he would not eat. He would go and fetch firewood. He would tolerate a lot of insult because of us. I mean, he was so caring and kind. Even when we grew up and we were established, he would not put undue pressure on us. He still had that sense of responsibility. These are my children. I have to take care of them, not the other way around. Until he died, I think, last year.
Sorry.
So, my wife, it's everything you can ask for in a woman. She's kind, that quiet person that is discerning and take care of the house and is loving and everything. So I couldn't ask for anything more than that. But my mother, no. I love her. I still remember some of the memories we had, but not to the point of being a spouse to me. No.
Right. So do you think young people waiting to marry after their parents, do you think they're just wasting their time? They should move on and think something differently?
This generation is totally different. And for me, what is wrong with this generation starts with the parents themselves. It is what you build your children to be. 95% of the time they become that. So, but I think our training now is lax. It is loose. We're not given the necessary training that should be given. And many people just go into marriage for marrying's sake. They just marry because society demands that when you're a certain age, you should marry and you have children. So they do not have the requisite skills of being parents. They cannot train the children. And so we have children who are directionless, roaming the streets. And so it's generation after generation, and it's becoming a big menace.
All right. So thank you, Theophilus, for calling and contributing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So he's sincere and So basically, more like what we have today is different. So maybe don't waste so much time thinking like. So that's similar to Captain Edwards, but the difference is that Captain Edwards is a retired soldier, 76-year-old who is blunt. Good morning.
The whole I not discuss with you for long.
Yes. What's your name? Where you calling?
I'm from Tulengo, my local government of Benue State.
Hi, Senator Hembe. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah. So
your topic is interesting.
Thank you.
Because it's one of the challenges we face from time to time, a matter of choice of husband and wife.
Yeah.
Really, marriage actually is choice. However, what I'm saying is that if the choice is made the other way around, it's awkward. That is to say, a man marrying an old woman, it looks so awkward outwardly. Whether the behavior is decent and whatever, it is awkward. because by the creation, man was older than the woman. Because God created Adam first.
Okay, so before you go far into creation, which is thousands of years ago, we are not asking if listen.
That, normally, if a woman married to an old man, it's not awkward. But when the man married to an old woman, it looks awkward.
Okay, so we are talking about behavior.
It's better to have a man who is older than you to marry rather than to have a woman who is older than you to marry.
All right, thank you. Yeah. So, so what do you think he understands? What do you think?
I think he's talking about looks.
Age.
Age.
The age. Yeah.
He thinks we are talking about age.
Yeah, marrying a woman like a woman like your mother.
Your mother in terms of age.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay. So Ahembe Hyacinth. It's not about age. It's about behavior we're talking about here. We have someone on the line.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, King James, Mmemshima, and King James himself, and the other lady in the house. Okay. My name is Edward Oragba.
Okay.
Morning, Edward.
Yeah, morning. I'm calling from my office. I normally listen to your programs, and you always bring interesting programs.
Thank you.
Every responsible man will always want to marry a woman that has character like the mother, except in rare cases where maybe there are some mothers that are, in fact, their character and being is an apology. But majority, out of 100, if you get up to 2%, then you are lucky. So every man, responsible man, will want to marry a woman that is like his mother.
You're married already, but would you have married?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, one thing with this our young generation ladies now is that, you know, it baffles me a lot when they are not known the mother of their husband yet. They are just beginning to know. When they get into marriage, they just get to know the mother and how the character of the mother and the stuff like that. But the moment they come to the house, they begin to wear defensive wings. There's a winch. She's that. She's wicked. You know, you are going to be a mother by the grace of God yourself. When you grow up, if your child, your son, also gets married, with your son's wife begin to look at you, should your son's wife begin to look at you as the mother, as a winch, and begin to have that dislikes on you, how will you feel if it is that? So even the Bible says, do unto the golden rule. Do unto others how you want them to do unto you. So most of the time, most of the marriages that are having issues now is because the wife has refused to embrace the family that she's married to. In the African culture, when you are married, you are not just married to the man alone. You are married to the family. You are married to the family, and the family you should take the family as yours. And that's why even in the Christian being, they will tell you that the two families are united together. They are not saying you and the wife are united. They say the two families. When they finish saying the two of you are united, they said this family and that family are united together. It becomes a family. So when you begin to look at the other one as his family, her family, then you people are not actually serious in the marriage itself.
Thank you.
Personally, I have a wife that, character-wise, she's just like my mother.
All right, so he looks like he's working and talking at the same time, so he moves away from the phone. Thank you. So he has brought in two issues. He says every man naturally would want to marry someone like their mother, except in rare cases that the woman is not an example, you know. And then he goes on to talk about the new generation, because people are actually mentioning the new generation. So looks more like, I think there is a subtle warning from Captain Edwards and from
not so subtle.
From not okay, not subtle from him, subtle from Theophilus. But not subtle from. It's more like, hey, don't even try to compare this generation. If you're waiting to marry someone like your mother, forget about it.
Exactly.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, King James.
Yes, good morning.
Yes again.
Yes.
You are focusing on the characters of the people.
Yes.
Some people characterize to get their ends and objectives. They don't characterize to win, and when when they reach the real point now, they will show the truth.
Okay. All right.
So character should not be outlook of what you are discussing.
Okay.
You should only focus on beauty or the age.
Okay.
You should most focus.
All right.
In terms of if you marry an old woman who is like your mother, you should come about with the woman. People will challenge you. And
Okay, so
look ugly.
okay, so we're looking at the character, but you say we shouldn't even look at the character.
No, we should
So we should look at the age. But even the age, it says when you marry, those things. So
Sorry.
Henry Heisen, you just make him choke. Because for a radio program, you need to define your focus clearly. So I don't want to have a producer like. Anyway, Kaswa Nate Henry on Facebook says, "Good morning, King James and the crew in the studio."
Good morning.
I think this question is what I always wish to, because I need a photocopy of my mom as a wife. I'll spend the rest of my life with, and then give birth to a son like my father.
Oh wow!
I pray God give me the one like my mom. King James, I'm not married, yes, so I should get one. My elder, the last caller, there's a good woman, but it's only God who can give. I think he's talking to Captain Edward.
Captain Edward, yeah.
Captain Edward.
Captain Edward has just ruled it out that there is
no single good woman.
I'm telling you.
But I don't know, maybe this is a definition of good. Is it a kind woman or a woman?
He's 76.
He's staying again.
Yeah.
I think he has seen
No, he has seen things.
Exactly.
He has seen things within and outside his country.
Exactly.
So sometimes when they actually speak, you can analyze and think, but yes, they have seen things.
Of course.
Somebody who is 76, how many years is it going to take you? If you are going to call on a radio program at the age of 76, like Captain Edwards, how many years would you wait?
Wow. That's a whole...
You're waiting another 50, close to 50 or
52 years.
52 years before you call a radio program like him. Do you now see what he has
You would
seen?
see a whole lot.
You see what he has seen. See what you will see in the next 50 years. So when they are talking, you can say, in fact, there is no good person in this world again, because you have seen 50 years ago when you were doing it. So that is what he has seen. So when they say these things, on the face value of it, you would think they don't know what they say, but they know.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, that line is not clear now. Okay, so Tezin with Frankie Moses says, "Good morning, King James Yiye, Mmemshima King and Mahita Bell in the studio."
Good morning.
For me, I would like to marry. I will a woman like mother. I think that should be married. Because she was caring, kind, and she shows me mothering love, starting primary to higher institution. Thank God for the gift of wife, and he gives me the same as my mother. For I'm proud to say I will marry a woman like my mother. Thank you. Streaming live in Ikoyi, Lagos. Okay, so what he's saying basically is looking forward to marrying a woman like his mom.
Mother.
Right. So let's go back to Alama Shagodebe.
No, I can't marry a man like my father.
Why?
Because I'm his daughter, and for the past how many years he have not located where I am. He does not even care, and I'm his daughter, and he does not even he has not even tried for this how many years to find me or locate me or ask anyone about me. So me as his daughter, I can't marry anyone like him.
So what thing leads to this kind of situation? Single mothers. Perhaps they were not married.
I don't know.
But it's obvious. Let's not conclude
that they were. Let's not conclude that they were married, right? Let's conclude that they were not married.
Let's not conclude anything.
Okay.
So, but what she's saying is, she's obviously a grown
girl. Yeah.
Maybe a teenager. Maybe in her early 20s. But the father has not located her. So she knows that the father is somewhere.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's the mother and father. Maybe they're not married. Or maybe they were married early and separated or divorced.
Maybe.
And he hasn't come to
look for her.
So, but that is a situation. And she thinks the man is not even making efforts. How does she know?
Well, she cannot know. Maybe except she would try to reach out to the father first and see if he would
perhaps
follow.
He doesn't know where man is either.
Maybe. Just
But that's
maybe.
a bad situation.
It
She's
is.
feeling it.
Yes, she is.
All right. So we haven't got much time, but we'll listen to more.
All right.
First of all, my name is Sebastian Emanuela. And to start with, I would like to marry a man like my father 10 times to come if you ask me again and again. Because my father is the most loving and caring father on earth. He's the most loving and caring husband on earth. My father, he never leaves or abandons us no matter how the ranting of my mother. He never think twice or do anything that will make us feel as if what my mother did to us is very bad, that he will be angry. I like a man like my father and I want to marry a man like my father. I will marry any man that comes my way. Nobody is perfect. So I'll marry any man that comes my way, but you have to treat what you have right so that what you have will become the way you want it.
Okay, so Alamasha got to be messed up there. You move people away from the loud music. Yeah, so Alamasha got to be team if you're listening. You guys just, you didn't do well. Okay, so, but she has, she has.
Yeah, she has a whole lot.
Strong points.
Yes, her points are strong, and she's not trying to filter or support one parent. She said it. Her father is a loving.
No, she's not even supporting her.
She's
mom.
not supporting her. Mom. She's not
Said
supporting.
the woman rants.
But the father takes it, and he doesn't use her ranting to like put it back on the children. That because your mother did this and all of that, he's still playing his role as a father and a husband.
So it's strange. We thought we were not going to find.
Yes, but I like it when I see men.
Yeah, maybe that's a good man.
He is.
So let's listen to this one quickly.
I would not like to marry a man like my father, because my father used to quarrel at home so much. If I find a man like my father, I will not still marry him, because I can't marry a man like my father.
Oh no! I shouldn't have played this. I shouldn't have played this because we had not even finished analyzing the other one.
And
then
then
comes this one.
Yeah, a quarreling father who quarrels a whole lot.
No peace.
Oh no! I think we should rather go back to the other.
Of course,
and
she
enjoy
just
that one.
So let's talk about her own.
Yeah.
So she says even when the mother rants, the man doesn't react.
He doesn't react. He doesn't put it back on the children. He just plays his part as a father, takes care of them, and he does everything that would make them feel comfortable, cares for them,
very
and all of
loving.
that. Yeah, very loving dad.
So that's a good man.
And she would marry someone like her father
10
times
and more to come.
Okay,
That's
so let's go back to this other one now.
Mm-hmm.
This one says the man quarrels too much.
And then she doesn't want to do any other thing, but that aspect of quarreling, she's not ready for it.
Oh no, that means my girls wouldn't want to marry a man like me. Okay, it's time to say bye.
All right, bye.
Bye, everyone.
We play the greatest music. 98.5 Speed FM.